Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata-sevayā bhagavati uttama-shloke bhaktir bhavati neshtaki. Aradhyo bhagavan vrajeshatanayas taddhama vrindavanam ramya kachitupasana vrajavadhu vargena va kalpita. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam pramanamamalam prema pumartho mahan. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu tatradhara napara. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Canto 10, Chapter 47, entitled The Song of the Bee, Bhramar Geet. And we have read till text number 11. So, Srimati Radharani is singing basically, this song, which is going to come now from text 12. Gopya Uvacha Madhupakitava bandho ma svarshangrim sapneha kucha vilulita mala kumkumasma srubhirnaha vahatu madhupatistanna manininam prasa, prasadam yadu sadasi vidambayam yasya dutas tvak idrik. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. The gopi said, O honey bee, O friend of a cheater, do not touch my feet with your whiskers, which are smeared with kumkum, that rub onto Krishna's garland when it was crushed by the breast of a rival lover. Let Krishna satisfy the women of Mathura. One who sends a messenger like you will certainly be ridiculed in the Yadu's assembly. Srimati Radharani indirectly chastised Krishna by chastising the bumblebee, which she took for his messenger. She addressed the bumblebee as Madhupa, one who drinks the nectar of flowers. And she addressed Krishna as Madhupati, the Lord of Madhu. Srila Vishwanath Thakur points out that this and the following verses exemplify 10 kinds of impulsive speech spoken by a lover. This verse illustrates the qualities of Prajalpa, as described by Śrīla Rupa Goswami in the following verse from his Ujjwal Neelamani. Asuyerasya madayuja vo avadhiranamurdaya priyasya koshalo garaha prajalpasa tu kirtyate. Prajalpa is the speech that denigrates the tactlessness of one's lover with expressions of disrespect. It is spoken in a mood of envy, jealousy, and pride. Śrīla Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur points out that the word Kaitavu Bandho expresses envy. The phrase from saptanyaha to naha, jealousy. The phrase ma sparsha angrim, pride. And the phrase from vahatu to prasadam, disrespect. While the phrase from yadu sadasi to the end of the verse decries Krishna's tactless treatment of Radha Rani. Hari Bol. This verse has this is the first verse and has a very lengthy purport by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. There's a kind of a conversation going on here between B and Srimati Radharani. The bee, making a buzzing sound, seemed to say, "What is this? Will you not let me offer obeisance to you?" Radharani is saying, "Hey, don't touch my feet," right? You're acting like the messenger of Krishna. You're playing the role of messenger of Madhupati. You are Madhupa. Madhupa means those who drink nectar. Bee. But don't come near me. My feet will be contaminated by if a drinker of liquor, Madhupa is also called liquor, touches them. So if you want to pay obeisance, then fly away some distance and do it. Radha used the word Madhupa, which means a drinker of liquor. According to the definition found in the Anekartha Varga Dictionary, Madhya, Madhu can either mean liquor or the sap of a flower. The bee seemed to reply, "Why are you accusing me of drinking liquor when I am faultless?" Radha said, "This is not an accusation, it is true. It's not just a blame, it is a truth. Do not touch me with your whiskers tinged with the kumkum of the flower garland of another woman's breast which has been crushed by the contact of Krishna's chest." So basically, I'll become impure. The fact that you have come here to conciliate me, the maker of that garland, without even first washing off that kumkum is needed due to a complete lack of discrimination on your part. So this conversation is going on between Radharani and B, who is acting like the messenger of the Lord, and Radharani showing various mood, pride, and envy, jealousy, Isha. They may seem like these are bad qualities, right? But when pure the Supreme Lord is doing that, that becomes transcendental. Do not touch my feet, that expresses pride. Mas Parshangrim. Vahatu, let him bring. This shows disrespect. Then the phrase scorned in the assembly of Yadus. These are also harsh words. So it may sound like Prajalpa. We know Prajalpa is for devotees is not healthy. It's not, if not healthy, it's disastrous. Gramya Katha, Prajalpa, village talks, gossip. So it may seem like gossip, but this is gossip about Krishna is transcendental Katha. Like if an ordinary boy loves an ordinary girl or an ordinary girl loves an ordinary boy, that's lust. But when the gopis express their love to Krishna, that's pure love. So if we also express our love to Krishna, then it is not lust, it's pure love. Any thoughts here in this text? These are little esoteric verses, but let's move on to the next verse, text 15. Anyone? Sorry, 13. Anyone wants to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I will read.
Thanks.
Sakrud adhara sudham swam mohinim payayitva sumanasa iva sadhyastatyaje sman bhavadrak paricharati katham tat pada padhamam nupadma hyapi bata hruta cheta hyu uttama shloka jalpaihi. Translation and purport by Śrīla Prabhupada disciple Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. After making us drink the enchanting nectar of his lips only once, Krishna suddenly abandoned us, just as you might quickly abandon some flowers. How is it, then, that goddess Padma willingly serves his lotus feet? Alas, the answer must certainly be that her mind has been stolen away by his deceitful words. In this verse, Srimati Radharani continues to compare Sri Krishna to the bumblebee, and in her distress, she states that the reason the goddess of fortune is constantly devoted to his lotus feet must be that she has been fooled by Krishna's promises. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, this statement of Srimati Radharani's illustrates Parijhalpa as described in Sri Ujjvala Neelamani 14.184. प्रभोर्निधयता शात्य चापल्याध्य उपपाधनात् स्वविचक्षणात् व्यक्तिर्भङ्ग्या स्यात् परिजल्पितम्. Prajalpa is that speech which thoroughly various devices shows one's own cleverness by exposing the mercilessness, duplicity, unreliability, and so on of one's Lord. Thank you, Prabhu. It's very deep. So maybe you are the better person to explain, Prabhu. I want to hear. Hare Krishna.
I beg. So prajalpa. The word used here was prajalpa. This word used is parijalpa. Interesting. I thought I misread. I was apologizing for that. But it's a different word. Parijalpa and prajalpa. So Radharani continues to blame Krishna by pointing to the bumblebee, Madhupa. And all these man, as we know, Radharani does transcendental Manalila, right? There's a special hill in Barsana called Mangad. Dangad, Mangad, Vilasgad, these are the different hills there. So Manlila, or the transcendental anger, the transcendental envy, the transcendental tactfulness, trickery, is only there to enhance the rasa. As we know, even the Parakya rasa is topmost in the pure spiritual realm. So she's telling that the goddess of fortune has been fooled by your promise. Right? Because she is constantly attached, devoted to Krishna's lotus feet or his lotus feet. Must be that she has been fooled. Like she has lost her intelligence, because what kind of person are you? You leave halfway through when your work is done. Right? We talked about yesterday the different types of friendships and example. You don't remember us now because now you're with the women of Mathura. You don't care for us. We are no one to you. You are busy. And we are village girls anyways. So all these they are speaking just to tell that the Lord is very merciless, is very duplicitous, unreliable. They're saying unreliable. Hmm. Any other thoughts, comments? The bee says, it is well known from the scriptures that Krishna is faultless. After all, Garga Muni, who knows all the scriptures, has said that Krishna is equal to Narayana. Radha said, well, that may be, but how can that cover up that what we see in real life as the way he cheat others? Radha found a reason why Lakshmi serves Krishna. Lakshmi serves Krishna because her mind is taken away and by all the glorification submitted by ordinary people. So she does not have intelligence, but we are intelligent. That's what Radharani is saying. The nectar destroyed our intelligence. Just as Vishnu made the demigods drink the nectar churned from the ocean, Krishna made us drink the nectar of his lotus lips. Yet he has abandoned us such a bee abandons the jasmine flowers. The bee said, but when Krishna abandoned you, was it your fault or his? Radha answers, just as you abandon flowers, so Krishna abandoned us. Just consider whose fault is it when a bee abandons some jasmine flowers? When we are also famous in Vraja as being like jasmine, Sumanasa. There's a sarovar called Kusum Sarovar towards the end of the Govardhan Yatra, Giriraj Yatra. It's a beautiful place, one of the most scenic place in Govardhan. Very nice lighting and all. So we are also like Suman, jasmine, at like Suman flowers in fragrance, softness, attractiveness, and purity due to our spotlessly clean mind. So Manasa. So, Sumana means pure mind, good mind. Whereas Krishna is famous for being like a fickle bee. So Krishna is compared to Madhu. Madhu means Krishna, Madhu means bee. Suman are the gopis, Suman are the flowers. Interesting double meaning here. So our mind should also be like a Sumana. We don't want Kumana. Kuman means bad or dirty mind. That dirty mind does not attract Krishna, but Sumana certainly does. Any other comments, thoughts? Okay, let's read next verse, text number 14.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can read.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Kim iha bahusad angre gyayasi tvam yadunam adhipatim agranam agrato naha puranam vijay sakha sakhinam giyatam tat prasanga shapita kucha rujaste kalpayantishtham ishtaha. Translation by the disciples of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. O B, why do you sing here so much about the Lord of the Yadus in front of us homeless people? These topics are old news to us. Better you sing about that friend of Arjuna in front of his new girlfriends.
the burning desire in whose breasts he has now relieved. Those ladies will surely give you the charity you are begging. Purport. With the words Agranam Agrato Na. Radharani laments that even though she and the other gopis gave up their homes to love Krishna in a conjugal relationship, the Lord left them and became a prince in the great royal city of the Yadus. Besides meaning Arjuna the victor, the word Vijaya also directly indicates Shri Krishna, who is always victorious in his endeavors, and besides meaning old news, the word Puranam also indicates that Shri Krishna is glorified in the ancient Vedic scriptures of that name. In this verse, we observe in Radharani's mood the seed of jealous anger, which arises from an apparent disdain for Krishna, accompanied by a sarcastic sidelong glance directed toward him. Thus, this verse fits the following description of Vijalpa from the Ujjvala Neelamani, 14.186. व्यक्त्यासूयया गूढा मानमुद्रान्तरालया अघद्विषीकटाक्षोक्तिर्विजल्पो विदुषां मतः. According to learned authorities, Vijalpa is sarcastic speech that is addressed to the killer of Agha and that openly expresses jealousy while at the same time hinting at one's angry pride. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Prajalpa, Parijalpa, and Vijalpa. Interesting, huh? Why do you sing here? Go away, right? And you sing to the women of Mathura, who are his new girlfriends. We are just homeless, abala. We have nothing to give you. Don't sing. Get out of here. Go away. That's what the Radharani and other gopis are meaning. And by the way, where is this all happening? You see, suddenly Uddhava was there, and now this whole theme and song has changed to the Bhramar Geeta. This is their intense remembrance. Uddhava reminded them of Krishna. It's not that they had forgotten. Now their remembrance is even more deeper and intensified, and all these emotions, these words, these songs are just a natural outpour of their ecstatic emotions and ecstatic transcendental rasas like Parijalpa, Prajalpa, Vijalpa, which here means what? Jealousy. So I'll share something. Radharani is saying, why are you singing here? Go away. We are homeless. You go to the ladies of Mathura. We will not give you even a handful of chickpeas in charities. Chickpeas in India, till days is cheap, right? If the bee replies, okay, then you must give me some old clothing or garlands you have worn. Then Radharani replies, I will not give you these to a complete fool like you. Reciting the Puranas, you are trying to prove that Krishna is Lord of the Yadus. O six-legged creature, Shatangre. Shatangre means six-legged creature. Referring to who is the six-legged one or the bee? An animal at least has four legs, but you have six. You are an animal and a half. So 4 times 1.5 is 6. Thus, being so ignorant, you don't know where or what to sing. And being an animal, how should you know the Puranas? So, how do you expect to receive any charity? But since you are merely an animal, won't we won't become angry with you. Rather, we will advise you where you should sing in order to support yourself. You should sing where? Where do they recommend the bee to sing? We just read the women of Mathura, because they are Krishna's new girlfriends. He doesn't care about us. That's why he's not coming to see us. So go there. Mhm. He is Vijay Sakha, or defeated by them in the battle of love. He has been defeated by his new girlfriend in the battle of love. You should sing all about those victories and defeats in love. Vijay Sakha can also mean the friend of Arjuna, who is also known as Vijay. Arjuna is also known as Vijay, so Vijay Sakha is Krishna. Previously, Krishna was known as the friend of Subala, but after he left Vraja, he became known as the friend of Arjuna. So he was also called in the early days Subal Sakha, because Subala is Krishna's dear friend. But then Arjun Sakha or Vijay Sakha. The prom the pronouncement of things yet to come has spontaneously emanated from Radha's mouth. Radha said, furthermore, the women of Mathura, now relieved of the burning pain of their breast, will fulfill your desires, and they will be honored by hearing your song about Krishna. So this sarcastic speech basically go to them, not to us. But what is the real meaning? Of course, they are suffering. They want to be in Krishna's company. But no, don't. For example, like we may say sometimes, um, let's say you are very thirsty. Everyone is having nice meal, and you're just waiting, waiting, like, and then time passes or something, and then someone says, "Hey, do you want water?" I said, "No, Pele, give to them, give to them, give to them." You really want it, but you might be like frustrated or upset, or one may be upset or like, no, give to them, give to them. No. That's a jealousy, right? That why you didn't give to me. I've been thirsty, so thirsty. The gopis are so thirsty for Krishna's love. I say, no, go away. But really, oh no, we want Krishna. And anything which reminds of Krishna, in this case, the Madhu. Quite esoteric, but we're just trying to read and absorb whatever little we can. Next verse. Anyone who's not read? Anjali, Priya, maybe you want to read?
Text 15. Divi bhuvi charasayam kastiyastadurapaha kapataruchirahasa bhruvrijum hasyasyu charanarajopasate yasya bhute vayam kaha api cha kripana pakshe hayuttam shloka shabda. Translation. In heaven, on earth, or in the subterranean sphere, what women are unavailable to him? He simply arches his eyebrows and smiles with deceptive charm, and they all become his. The Supreme Goddess herself worships the dust of his feet. So what is our position in comparison? But at least those who are wretched can chant his name Uttama Shloka. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti states that Radharani's speech, expressing all the feelings of a disappointed lover, indicates an intensity of love for Śrī Krishna, surpassing even that of the goddess of fortune. While all the gopis are perfectly compatible with Śrī Krishna in terms of their beauty, temperament, and so on, Srimati Radharani is especially so. In her forlorn state, Radharani indicates to Krishna, "You are called Uttama Shloka because you are merciful to the wretched and fallen. But if you would be merciful to me, then you would actually deserve this exalted name." Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti further points out that in this verse, Srimati Radharani expresses her spite, born of pride, accuses Krishna of being a cheater, and finds fault with his behavior. Thus, this verse contains speech known as Ujjalpa, as described in the following verse of Ujjwal Neelmani 14.188. Hare kuhu katakyanam garva garbhitat yevshaya sasu yascha tad akshepo dhire ujjalpa iryate. The declaration of Lord Hari's duplicitous nature in a mood of spite, born of pride, together with jealousy, spoken insults directed against him, has been termed Ujjalpa by the wise. Thank you.
Share anything? What is spite? Desire to annoy, hurt, humiliate. So, Prajalpa, Parijalpa, Vijalpa, Ujjalpa. 10 types of jalpas are mentioned in this. It looks like the following verses will continue the other jalpas. Sun Jalpa, yeah. So 10 jalpas are mentioned from the very beginning. Now, it may be hard for us to comprehend the differences, and although they look quite similar also in some shape or form, like jealousy, envy, pride. That he has, so many people are running after him. What women are unavailable to him, right? He is lotus-eyed, his eyebrows, his smile, are like bow and arrow. With his glances, he shoots arrow. With his eyebrows, the arches, he is like the bow. And they all become his. And that's actually true. And Krishna shoots loving glances. People lose their heart. Even the Supreme Goddess worships the dust of his feet. So what is our position? So in short, there is transcendental disappointment here in Radharani's speech, which is stemming from the intense love. Envy is two-way, jealousy is three-way. Can you elaborate that, Manjula? Not to share. What do you mean by
Envy is when somebody wants some quality or object that the other person possesses, but jealousy is between three people. That means you are afraid to lose what you already have to someone else, like a rival. So the ladies of Mathura are the rival, and Krishna is what they possessed as gopis, but now they've kind of lost, so they're jealous.
And what is envy?
Envy is to possess, like somebody has beauty, I want that. So that's just one between two people.
Interesting. Thank you. Again, there is a long purport by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. The third line expresses Radha's spite or jealousy, Irsha, born out of pride or garva. Radha finds fault with Krishna's behavior due to her asuya, indignation. Radha's voice and the nodding of her head, they imply a spiteful attitude due to pride. Through that jealousy or spitefulness, Radha reveals her superiority to Lakshmi and others in prema, beauty, caste compatibility with the Lord. So, transcendental pride, transcendental anger, transcendental spite, we all see that there. And which is again stemming from unalloyed, pure love. Okay, I know these are a little hard to comprehend verses, but thank you for bearing. Sheetal Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
One last verse for today.
विसृज शिरसि पादं वेदमे यहं चाटुकारैरन्यो नाय विदुष्टे अभयेत्या दौतेर्मुकुन्दात् स्वकृत इह विसृष्टपत्यपत्यन् लोका व्यसृजद कृतचेता किं नु सन्ध्यिम् अस्मिन्. Translation and purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Keep your head off my feet. I know what you're doing. You expertly learned diplomacy from Mukunda, and now you come as his messenger with flattering words. But he abandoned those who, for his sake alone, gave up their children, husbands, and all their relations. He is simply ungrateful. Why should I make up with him now? Purport. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, this verse illustrates the qualities of Sanjalpa as described by Srila Rupa Goswami in the following verse of his Ujjvala Nilmani 14.190. Solunthaya gahana ya कयापि अक्षेपमुद्रया तस्या कृता ज्ञानात्तादियुक्तिः सञ्जल्प कटहितो बुद्धेः. Please forgive my mispronunciations. The learned disciple Sanjalpa as that speech which decries with deep irony and insulting gestures the beloved's ungratefulness and so on. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti points out that word Adi and so on implies the perception in one's lover of hard-heartedness, of an inimical attitude, and of a complete lack of love. So it appears like Radharani is telling Uddhava to back off, kind of like, she's very upset about Kṛṣṇa, that the gopis have given up, all the relations, including their husbands and children. They were not worried about all this familial relationships, and but they think that Kṛṣṇa is very ungrateful. So she's saying, why should I make up with him now? It's a rhetorical kind of question. And in the purport, the Sanjalpa is what is described. Prabhuji, if you can please add on to that.
This is the bee, Mataji, the bee, the whole conversation between Radharani and the bee, who is acting as a servant or messenger of Kṛṣṇa.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, but it's indirectly to Uddhava actually. Like because they cannot
he is acting
directly,
as a servant.
Because they cannot directly, rebuke Uddhava. So through the bee, I think Radharani is, giving him the message of her heart.
Interesting. And Uddhava, it reminds me of when Ravana came to Ashok Vatika to convince Sita that she should marry and be the queen of Ravana. So Sita took a blade of grass, and she didn't talk to Ravana, and she talked to the blade of grass, who was representing Ravana. And this Gauranga Prabhu gave from the scriptures 10 reasons why she took the blade of grass to talk to Ravana. A few of them I remember. One was that being a chaste lady, she doesn't want to even look at Ravana. You are like third class. I don't want to look at you. One reason was like, you're like this blade of grass, Ravana. Ram is going to come and like destroy you like anything. You're nothing. Like you're घास की तिल्ली के समान हो तुम. You're nothing in front of Ram. And there were other reasons too. So I think that's a beautiful connection here. That the gopis are indirectly, or Radharani is indirectly talking to Uddhava and describing her heart, which is pure love, but all these Parijalpa, Prajalpa, Ujjalpa, Sanjalpa, Vijalpa, the fifth one, Sanjalpa, are described here as per Ujjwal Neela Mani. Ujjwal, so Sanjalpa is what? The feeling of irony, deep irony and insulting gestures. Aagi yaad hamari, like, which means you don't remember me, but it's like insulting. Go to your other Mathura girlfriends, right? Anyways, we are village people, we don't have anything to give you. So, satire. Worshipable by millions of Lakshmi, truly Krishna has offended you. But I say, the bee was, flying around Radharani's foot out of greed for her fragrance, continually buzzing, and seemed to say, "Oh lady, worshipable by millions of Lakshmi, truly Krishna has offended you. But I say that you should forgive him." So bee is requesting, forgive Krishna. Thinking that the bee was offering his respects to her, Radharani says, "Why are you trying to touch your head to my foot? Go away. Visrija, tyaja. Don't stay around my foot. Why are you holding my foot? Get out. I know. Ved me aham. Ved me aham. I know. Veda means to know. Aham, I. I know you. So you cannot cheat me like you cheat Lakshmi and others. You have learned from Mukunda and thus very skillful in humble entreaties and sending messages with sweet flowering words. Chatu, Kare, Priyokti. So you are expert cheater as well because you have learned from the expert. Mm. Mm. Yes, Manjulali, you want to share what you're...
So yeah, this is what I was remembering, that I think in Krishna Prabhupada had mentioned appropriate directly. So this is the paragraph from Krishna book.
Yeah, read it, please.
Yeah. Okay. It may be that Srimati Radharani purposely addressed the bumblebee sarcastically in order to indirectly criticize the messenger Uddhava. Like the other gopis, Srimati Radharani saw that Uddhava's bodily features resembled Krishna's, but she also saw Uddhava as being equal to Krishna. Indirectly, therefore, she indicated that Uddhava was as unreliable as Krishna himself. Srimati Radharani wanted to give specific reasons why she was dissatisfied with Krishna and his messenger.
Nice. So in a way, B is compared to Uddhava because Uddhava also is senior in one way, right? And opposite gender. So he can't touch their feet. And they cannot say these heavy words to Uddhava, so they are using a via medium. We gave up everything for Krishna, our children, mothers, fathers, everything. But he's so ungrateful. He gave up. He is akritagyaha. He just abandoned. Should one make peace with this hard-hearted person? You're asking to make peace, to reconcile. Basically, that was the purpose of Uddhava, a peace messenger or to a mediator, right? He was an expert mediator. But the gopis are really upset. So they are expressing their concerns that and so many transcendental complaints against Krishna. Okay, any other closing thoughts, comments?
Thank you, Mataji and Prabhuji. Very nice, Prabhu. Wonderful. It's very deep. We need to pay more attention for each word to understand the meaning. Yes.
Yes. This we are talking about the topmost love, the topmost dham. No, it's like LKG child or nursery, kindergarten person trying to figure out, what is PhD in quantum physics. I'm like, he doesn't know like P for parrot, and you're talking about quantum physics and PhD, right? That's what I feel. I feel sorry. So, but Krishna is happy, Prabhupada is happy when we try to read Bhagavatam. Some things we'll understand, some things will not, some things, but it's more for our Shuddhikaran, our purification. Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu Nityaṁ bhāgavata-sevayā. तंत्रा श्रीमद्-भागवतम पुराण की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, संवेद गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।